Ever scrolled through social media and seen people talking about buying the dip or investing in Tesla? Ever wondered what exactly they're buying? Well, today we're diving into the world of stocks, what they are, how they work, and why people get so excited about them. So, what exactly is a stock? Simply put, a stock represents ownership in a company. When you buy a stock, you literally own a tiny piece of that business. Pretty cool, right? Think of it this way. Imagine your favorite company is like a chocolate cake cut into thousands or even millions of slices. Each slice is what we call a share. When you buy a share, you're basically saying, "I'll take that slice of the company, please." For example, if a popular streaming service was divided into 10 shares total, and you owned 5 of those shares, you'd actually own half of that company. In reality, big companies have millions of shares, so you'd likely own a much smaller percentage, but the concept is the same. You might be wondering, why would a company want to sell pieces of itself to random people? Good question. Companies sell stocks primarily to raise money. Creating and growing a business is expensive. They might need cash to build new factories, develop new products, expand to different countries, or even just pay their bills. Instead of borrowing money from a bank, which they'd have to pay back with interest, they can sell shares of their company. The money they get from selling these shares doesn't need to be paid back. It's theirs to keep and use. Let me break this down with a story about Maya and her dream sneaker store. Maya wants to open Fresh Kicks, a store selling limited edition sneakers, but she's calculated that she needs $100,000 to get started. Unfortunately, she only has $50,000 saved up. Instead of taking out a loan, Maya decides to divide her business into 10 equal shares. Since she's putting in $50,000, she keeps 5 shares for herself. Each share is worth $10,000, so she sells the other 5 shares to people who believe her sneaker shop will be successful. Jordan, a sneakerhead, hears about Maya's business plan and thinks, "This could revolutionize the local sneaker scene." He buys 1 share for $10,000, which means he now owns 10% of Fresh Kicks. With the money from Jordan and 4 other investors, Maya now has her $100,000 and can open her dream sneaker store. Fast forward 5 years, Fresh Kicks is absolutely crushing it. Maya has opened 3 more locations, and the business that was once worth $100,000 is now valued at $300,000. Remember Jordan, who invested $10,000 for 1 share? His 10% ownership is now worth $30,000. If he decides to sell his share, he'd make a $20,000 profit. Not bad, right? But investing isn't always a success story. What if Fresh Kicks struggled to compete with online retailers and the business value dropped to $80,000? Jordan's share would then only be worth $8,000, meaning he lost $2,000 of his investment. Ouch. This is exactly how stocks work in the real world, just on a much larger scale. Some companies also share their profits directly with shareholders through what's called dividends. It's like getting a slice of the profits just for being an owner. So where do people go shopping for these company slices? They go to what's called a stock exchange. Think of a stock exchange like a marketplace where people can buy and sell shares. The most famous ones are the New York Stock Exchange.
That means you can actually
NYSE,
vote on important company
and
decisions
NASDAQ.
and help elect the board of directors.
These
Got 1
days, you
share?
don't have to physically
one
go
vote.
there.
Got
You can buy
1,000
stocks
shares?
right from your
That's
phone through
1,000 votes.
investing apps.
You might
When a
receive
company
dividends,
gets big
but
enough,
these
like if
aren't
Fresh
guaranteed.
Kicks expanded
If the
into a
company has a
national
rough
chain
year, they might decide
with
not to pay
hundreds
dividends
of
at all.
stores, it
The
might
big advantage,
go public by
common
listing
stocks
on a
typically
stock
have the highest
exchange.
potential for growth.
This
If the
allows
company does
anyone to
really well
easily
over
buy
time,
and
your
sell
common
shares of the
could
company.
skyrocket in value.
Now, not all
Downside,
stocks
higher
are
risk.
created equal.
If the company goes bankrupt,
When companies
common
issue
stockholders are
stocks,
literally
they
the last
typically
in
come
line to
in
get
2
paid after
main
all the debts are
flavors:
settled.
common
Sometimes
stock
that means getting
and
nothing at
preferred
all.
stock.
Preferred
Think of
stock.
them like regular tickets and
Preferred stock
VIP
is like the
tickets, the same
responsible older
concept.
sibling of common stock.
They both get you in,
Here's
but
what
with
makes it
different
different.
perks.
Preferred stockholders
Common
usually
stock.
don't get to vote on company matters.
Common stock
You're
is what
giving up
most
that
people
influence
think
in
of when they
exchange for other
hear
benefits.
stocks.
The
When
big
you own
perk?
common stock, you get
Guaranteed
voting
dividends.
rights.
Preferred stockholders get their dividend payments before common stockholders.
and these dividends are usually fixed and reliable. If you're looking for steady income, this is attractive. If the company goes bankrupt, preferred stockholders stand in line ahead of common stockholders, but still behind people the company owes debts to. Think of preferred stock as a middle ground between stocks and bonds. Less risky than common stock, but typically with less growth potential too. So, which is better? It depends on what you're looking for. If you want maximum growth potential and don't mind the risk, common stocks might be your jam. If you want more reliable income and less drama, preferred stocks might be more your style. Why would anyone want to put their hard-earned money into stocks when they could just keep it safe in a bank account? Simple. Potential growth. While a bank might give you 1 to 2% interest annually, stocks have historically returned around 7 to 10% per year on average over the long term. Of course, that comes with more risk. The stock market can be a wild roller coaster ride. Some people invest in stocks for the long term, hoping the companies grow over many years. Others try to make quicker profits by trading, buying and selling stocks more frequently based on price changes. Final thoughts. So there you have it. Stocks in a nutshell. Remember, when you buy a stock, you're not just buying a random thing that goes up and down in price. You're buying actual ownership in a real business. If you're thinking about investing, start with companies you understand and believe in, and don't put all your money in one stock. That's like putting all your eggs in one basket. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos breaking down financial concepts into simple terms. Drop a comment letting me know what financial topic you want me to explain next.